smarting off towards our bench. He started talking crap. He's like, I told you. And that was the last touchdown.
Oh.
Hey, welcome into Thy Kingdom Come. This is try number 3. We're a podcast where we talk all things Chiefs and NFL. And I can say this. Oh, my gosh. I can't. We're not restarting. Oh, my gosh. I can say we this week because I'm not alone. I am joined by the one and only Josiah, who has not been on video since our live stream.
Yeah.
Since the draft live stream was the last time you were on video.
Yeah, that's crazy.
How does that make you feel?
Lucky. Yeah. Makes me feel lucky.
Because I'm lucky, clap along.
Yeah.
See, that's not the
We're going to get demonetized.
Yeah. It ain't that good. So I'm joined with Josiah. Dionte is still on vacation.
Yeah, he is.
And he's probably seeing a little bit of rain right now.
Oh, yeah, that's
Where
true. I didn't think about that.
He's in Florida. Yikes.
Yeah, it's a big yikes.
In the rain. They say it's from the hurricane. I think it's just from Dolphins fans' tears.
Oh, shoot.
For like the season. Although,
yeah,
they did come out with a victory.
They did. Yeah, they did.
So maybe they're tears of joy.
Hey, it's possible.
It's possible. So yeah, man, we're just gonna kind of jump into it. Josiah, before we start, is there anything you kind of want to say to the people?
I mean,
your supporters.
As long as you know, if I can be the first to say it, I'm stoked.
You're so stupid.
Like after last night, I'm stoked.
Are you
like?
Oh
like this is the first game where it's like there's some stuff we're gonna talk about, but it went really well. Last night was really good.
Yeah.
So
you're stoked. Stupid. Stole my line, man.
It's true.
I'm not stoked anymore, boys.
Yeah, that's my thing.
All right. So we're just gonna kind of jump right into it. We'll recap some injuries from the week. So just around the league, Aaron Jones, running back from Minnesota, went down with a hip injury. Not projecting he's going to be back till week 8. You got Devon A-Chain, went out with concussion, in concussion protocol. He'll probably be back around week 7. Josh Allen has the possibility to enter concussion protocol, but he was unconscious on the field. I don't get that. Get that dude off the field for a little while. But Josh Allen, to be determined. Nico Collins, hamstring injury. He's going to miss 3 weeks. Not projected to come back until week 9. Travis Etienne, another player on my team, also getting injured. He has a shoulder injury. Return to be determined. Oh, I got the hiccups now. Return to be determined. So we'll see what happens there. Ramondre Stevenson, knee injury, timeline to be determined. Zach Moss, ankle injury, projecting week 9 return. Aaron Rodgers, ankle injury, which was kind of scary because he had the Achilles last year. They say he will play week 6, so he's good there. David Njoku for Cleveland, he has a knee injury, timeline to return to be determined. And then last, Jake Moody, San Francisco's kicker, has a high ankle sprain, week 9 return projected. So there were a couple times where we had some scares during the game last night. Wanya Morris went down and looked like it was bad. Got clipped in the knee and he went down holding his knee. I'm like, oh dear God, we're gonna lose another tackle. And luckily he came back into play like a few plays later. So Kingsley filled in for them then. And then Travis Kelce took a really hard hit to the side of the head.
He looked like he was hurting.
It looked like he was hurting, but he did come up smiling.
Yep.
And he had a couple of different plays. Well, so there was one where it was like he took straight shoulder-to-shoulder contact from a D-back. And then there was another one when he took the top of the helmet to the side of the chin on another tackle. And, both times he just got up. He's like, Eesh. That second one where he took the helmet to helmet, he was laughing when he got up. I was like, oh, thank God, because, honestly, at that point in the game, he was our offense.
So,
yeah. Minus the running game, which we will talk about. But
and he did go. It looked like he did go directly into the locker room after time expired. Like there was
for
a
the first
shot.
half, yeah.
There was a shot of him. I think at the end of the game, there was a shot of him just walking into the locker room. I could be wrong about that. I could be misremembering. But I believe that after the game time expired, he was just walking back to the locker room.
I don't remember that.
Okay.
Right.
I'll look to verify. But
I could be
either way,
wrong.
he took.
I know Derek Carr walked into the locker room at the end of the game because that dude went out. Oh yeah, we didn't talk about Derek Carr going out with an injury. He took a hard hit last night. He took a shot from Chamari Connor on a blitz, and he went down. Looked like it was his back, his lower back, maybe his oblique, but Chamari Connor lit him up. So, yeah, we'll see what happens, and we'll go from there. Yeah, looks like I don't see anything.
Yeah, I don't know. There was just one. There was a shot of him walking into the locker room at the end of the game. Could have been from
Who knows?
another time,
Who
but
knows why? Who knows?
Yep.
But no, I saw photos of him on the field though after the game where he was like hugging it out with like Cam Saunders, Colin Saunders.
Saunders.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
yep. Okay, I could be thinking of the first half then.
Yeah, it's probably the first half, I think. So yeah. Anyways, yeah. That's all I got for the injuries.
Yeah.
So Josiah this week. He's gonna kind of help us with the recap. He's just gonna. You want to just give us the stats from last night's game, and
Yeah, man.
and let us know kind of what everything looked like. I mean, everybody. I saw people being like, Patrick Mahomes is about to go for 150 yards and like one touchdown and one interception. And I'm just like, 150 yards? Like,
Yeah.
he's got to do better than that. But so what do we got? What do we got here?
So last night,
Yep.
Mahomes had his best night since, if you don't count the Super Bowl, since Week 7 against the Chargers last year.
Mhm.
So he had over 400 yards in that game. Last night he had 331 yards. Now completions, that's his percentages and his high, but
Right.
331 yards on the offense was good to see. It was very exciting. A lot of
Yes.
action. So that was really good to see. Averaging 8.5 yards a throw. He did have 2 sacks and an interception.
Right. So only technically, which I think it's kind of stupid that sacks count against passing yards.
Yeah.
Like I get it, but at the same time, like it also counts as negative running yards for a quarterback when it comes to like fantasy football.
Strange.
So
I didn't know that.
What? Like I don't get that.
Yeah.
Like it should be one or the other, not both.
Right.
But
Yeah.
anyways, I
Yeah.
digress.
No, that's true.
His passer rating was pretty good. Or
Yeah,
is that quarterback? I'm sorry, quarterback
rating.
His quarterback rating was pretty good.
Yeah. Rushing yards, Kareem Hunt, 27 carries for 102 yards,
Called it.
averaging almost 4 yards a carry and a touchdown.
Yeah, man.
Mahomes had 6 for 22 at very pivotal points in the game.
Yes.
Like he got that first down all by himself.
First down. Oh my God. We'll talk about it.
Yeah, no, that was crazy. Carson
talk about
Steele got 5 carries for 12 yards, and Xavier Worthy had 1 carry for 3 yards, and that was a touchdown.
Yep.
He's the only wide receiver with multiple rushing touchdowns in the league.
Yep.
So that was cool to see.
And Carson Steele did have that fumble.
He did, yeah, and that
covered
was
up by Xavier Worthy.
that was just
a
ugly.
bad decision making there.
I mean, he held that out for way too long, and he knows it. Like it's gonna get fixed. And they gave him the ball back, multiple times. Like they trust him, but and then receiving wise, Juju
on that beat. Juju on that
7
beat.
receptions for 130
Juju on
yards,
Juju
averaging
on that beat.
18.6 yards a catch.
Let's go.
His longest was 50, that 50-yarder.
Let's go.
Targeted 8 times, so that was pretty good.
He had like 77 yards after the catch, I think is what they said.
Yeah, something like that. I can look at
77
that.
yards after the catch. That's
crazy. Travis Kelce, 9 receptions for 70 yards. He's back. Everyone needs to shut up.
Calm down. They need to calm down. Well, so
they need to
here's the
shut up
thing,
anyway,
is
but
the reason he didn't get the ball the first few weeks is because everybody else was getting the ball.
yeah.
Right? So now that everybody's focusing on, like, not necessarily, like, realistically, he was running routes to open people up in the first few weeks, and now he's running routes to open himself up. Right?
Yeah.
So Yeah. Anyways.
No, yeah, he had another good game.
Yep.
McCole Hardman, 4 receptions.
Finally getting involved
33
in
yards.
offense.
Yeah.
Let's go.
And so Noah Gray, 2 receptions, 29 yards, averaging 14.5.
Big catches.
Yep. Xavier Worthy, 3 receptions for 25 yards, and then you had Samaje P. Ryan and Kareem Hunt, Jody Fortson, each with the reception for various amounts of yards.
Yep.
Samaje P. Ryan with 24 yards on his catch. So that was really good.
It was a good catch.
Yeah, it was a good catch.
Well, and he also got a little lateral from
The lateral.
Travis Kelce that he picked up. It was a
was
second and 20 or third and 22, and we got a total of 21 yards on that.
Yeah, it was
wound up converting.
third and 1, right? Is what it ended up being.
Yep.
So yeah, that was crazy. That was a good play. What that touchdown should have been last year, but got it this time.
Yep.
As far as the catch goes. And then, we can talk about New Orleans. I don't know how much you want to talk about them. Obviously, Derek Carr went out.
Yeah, he did not look great. What is going on right now? Oh, my gosh. Apparently, I'm looking for a reason to try new clothes. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows what's going on?
Well, look, man, you got to look when you can.
Jeez.
Even if it's in the middle of our podcast.
I hate advertisements. Oh, my gosh.
Make sure you have your phone silenced.
Oh, yeah, it is silenced. I made sure that was silenced. I didn't make sure the iPad was silenced.
That'll happen.
Oh, stupid. Anyways,
so we can talk about the Saints if you want to. But we were able to stuff Kamara.
Yep.
That was really good to see.
If you take away Lamar Jackson and his 122 rushing yards, I don't think there's a running back that's had more than 50 yards rushing against us. Running back. We held Alvin Kamara to 20 some odd yards this week, or 30 some yards this week.
It was 26. 11 carries for 26 yards.
He had 11 carries for 26 yards. We held who was it? J.K. Dobbins last week for 30 some odd yards. The week before that, we held Bijan Robinson to 30 some odd yards. Week before that, we held Zach Moss and the Cincinnati running game to under 100 yards rushing. The week before that, outside of Lamar Jackson, we held Henry to under 40 yards. So, I mean, our defense, our front seven is fantastic against the run. The guys know how to stop the run. I mean, and Alvin Kamara did get some catches out of the backfield and got some yards that way, but that's we essentially are making teams one-dimensional, and we will take short outs as passes over anything else. Now, Derek Carr did have that one long touchdown.
Yep.
But let's just kind of go through the drives, right? So the first drive ended with on the 6th play when Brian Cook just went up and just snatched an interception from the middle of the air. Everybody thought, okay, he might not be down by contact, but on his way down, he was touched on the leg while going to the ground. And a lot of people were like, yeah, but he hit the ground and nobody was touching him. So the ruling is if while you are going to the ground with any other body part but your feet and hands, if you are touched on the way to the ground, then you're down by contact, right? It doesn't matter if you don't get touched while you're on the ground. That only matters if, say you don't have possession of the ball when you hit the ground. But he had possession the whole way down.
Yeah.
So it was a great pick by Brian Cook. So that kind of started off our night. And then the next drive, we established our run game. We said, hey, we're going to give the ball to Kareem Hunt. And he touched the ball, what is it, 5 times, I think it's total. For the
1, 2,
the first
3,
drive. 4 times for the first drive. But Travis Kelce got the ball on 3 straight plays. So we established, hey, we're gonna give the ball to we're gonna give the ball to Kareem Hunt, and we're gonna give the ball to Travis Kelce. We established that early. That ended with a little 5-yard run by Kareem Hunt for his first touchdown back as a Chief. His first game in Arrowhead, putting up 100 yards in the tutty. Like, congrats to that guy, man. He's worked really hard at coming back, and good for him that he was able to. The next drive for New Orleans, they got 3 and out. And then we subsequently went 3 and out, which is kind of stupid. And
then on one of these extra points or field goals, Ariza had to, like, the snap was kind of, or whenever he caught it, the ball wasn't in the right position.
Yep.
He was able to smack it down.
Yeah, that was the first field goal. So that was the next drive for the Chiefs.
Yeah.
So it was so after the interception for the Saints, they had 2 drives back to back that were 3 and outs. After the Chiefs 3 and out, they 3 and out hold the Saints to 3 and out, and then we get the ball back and we drive down, and that's the one where Matt Ariza has to, like, the ball is like the ball is, I mean, it's not like a terrible snap, but Matt Ariza, like, grabs it and, like, puts it down, like, way far away from his body, and then resets it really close.
And the laces just so happened to be where they needed to be. Yeah, he didn't have to spin it.
It was kind of it was an awkward play. It's like,
it was just awkward.
I couldn't tell how it got to that. Like, I couldn't tell if the ball slipped from his hand, if he was just like, oh, this isn't the right spot. I don't know.
I know what you mean.
But yeah, man, Matt Ariza, great job.
He's been 2 games. That was last week where he had that high snap catch, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
like,
he's showing.
He's been clutch.
He's showing that he is a ball player, and man, I honestly think that us signing Ariza, we're better at our kicking game because of him. Like, the guy is averaging like 50 yards a kick or something crazy. Like, the guy, like, he knows.
No
how
disrespect
to put
against
the ball
Tommy
deep.
Townsend, but
Tommy Townsend's a great punter.
Yeah, right.
But like, Matt Ariza, man, like, that dude's kind of crazy. So we did that. We got that field goal. The next drive, Saints go 7 plays, and on a 44. Sorry, that's not the right. On a 43-yard pass, on a Rashid Shaheed, kind of. It was Nick Bolton in oh my gosh, in the under, and he kind of like followed Shaheed a couple steps to the side. Shaheed took a hard step with his left foot, turned Brian Cook to his outside shoulder, and then just ran up the seam, which was wide open. And then after that touchdown, Derek Carr started like smarting off towards our bench. He started talking crap. He's like, I told you. And that was the last touchdown they scored. No, it's not the last touchdown they scored.
I get it. I mean, they talked about his record. I can't remember his record against us. It's like
so against Patrick Mahomes, Derek Carr is 1-8.
1-8.
That one game was won in Arrowhead.
Yeah.
So
this is personal for him. Like, I understand why he wants.
I mean, he got absolutely dominated by the Chiefs when he was in our division.
Yep.
And
he got absolutely dominated last night too.
Nothing's changed.
Yeah.
So
hope he gets better though.
I don't.
Okay.
Oh, you mean injury-wise? Yeah, injury-wise. Can play. I mean, the guy. Like,
I was about to say that's wild.
When you think about it, like, from a quarterback standpoint, he's a guy you want leading the team. He leaves everything out on the field, and he's just he plays it the right way, man. He plays it with passion, and he's good at what he does. I mean, you look at the first couple of weeks, they absolutely raked. But now they've lost 3 in a row, so
and his status is unknown.
And his status is unknown. So after the touchdown, we go down and get into the red zone for a second straight drive.
And I see here Sky Moore muffs catch.
Yeah.
Another catch.
I think my initial tweet after this was Moore needs to be put on the bench. Like,
yeah, right.
Like, I'm sorry, he dropped the ball. Yeah, man.
And did he go for 15 yards after that?
Yes.
Okay.
He did. But
so that's better than last week.
Well, he went for 15 yards on a kickoff.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
Like, he
that is
back
kickoff.
to like the
yep.
Where did he get to? So
he got to the 20.
He got to the 20, right? Like,
Yeah.
bro, the average is 29-yard line.
Yeah.
Like, what's going on? Okay,
Yeah.
anyways.
At the very least, I think he needs a break.
Yeah.
I need a break.
I need a break.
That's what I'll tell Coach Reed.
Jeez. So, the next drive we have Chiefs just deciding to run the ball again. Juju Smith-Schuster gets involved.
His first, yeah.
And we have just kind of a man. It's a disappointing thing, right? Because we get into the like New Orleans territory, and we have to settle for a 34-yard field goal. We got into the red zone, but penalties and negative plays got us backwards. And I'm just like, I was very frustrated. Like, so we were in the red zone. Patrick Mahomes got sacked, and it put us out of the red zone, and we yet again cannot score a touchdown in the red zone.
Yeah. What was our
So we scored 2 touchdowns in 7 red zone trips last night. Like, that is a terrible percentage. Percentage.
Yeah.
Chiefs have got to be the absolute worst in the NFL in red zone touchdown.
And that's
percentage.
what Troy Aikman was talking about last night.
Yeah.
He's just like, the score doesn't really show how much the Saints got dominated.
No,
like and
honestly,
they did. It just
we had the opportunity to open it up on every single drive.
Yeah.
We had the opportunity to get first downs, penalties. Jawan Taylor,
dude,
dear God,
like
Jawan Taylor.
I don't know how long.
Look at me. I'm the captain now. Look at me. Okay, you looking at me? Jawan Taylor. Keep your foot on the ground until a defensive player hits you. I'd rather you get off the ball late than having to deal with stinking penalty all the time. Stop putting your arm around the neck of the defensive player, whether it's a running back or linebacker, or the defensive lineman. Stop choking them.
Yeah.
Man, you're the most penalized player in the NFL, and it's not even close.
Yeah, that was going into tonight, and you just padded your stats last night. And we did talk about the holding calls where it's like, okay, I get those more than the false starts. The holding calls, some of those you're like, you don't want your quarterback to get hit. Like, I understand that a little bit.
And so there was the holding call he got called for last night. He had help underneath. He had not only Creed Humphrey, but Trey Smith as well.
Yeah.
The guy he held wound up hitting Trey Smith and then hitting Creed Humphrey. You don't have to hold, man.
Yeah.
You don't have to hold.
Yeah.
Like, oh, my gosh. And other people are like, oh, there was holding here, holding here, holding here. If you look at all the other linemen, as soon as the defensive player go to release, they let go.
Yeah.
Right? You can have your arm around their shoulder until they get to your hip. Once they get to your hip, you got to release that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then as you release it, give them a shove on the shoulder. See if you knock them off balance enough to get your quarterback some space. But
do you think this gets fixed? Because last year, this is what we were saying all year too. Like, do you think that at some point it's going to click?
No.
Right. And that's kind of where I'm at.
I don't think it's going to click. If it hasn't clicked to this point for Jawan Taylor, it's not going to click.
Right.
Right.
And then it's just a matter of, because man. we he is doing a great job. It's just the penalties.
I don't care how good he's doing.
Oh, absolutely. I agree.
And then when Wanya Morris went down, I was like, oh, great. So now we're not going to bring in Kingsley to replace Jawan Taylor. But then Wanya came back, and I was like, great, we can replace Jawan Taylor. But, man, his pass blocking is good, but it's just frustrating.
He's part of a really solid line, and like he's doing his job. But it's just the false starts are inexcusable.
Yep.
That's inexcusable.
Right.
Like, yeah, like you're saying, we'd rather you be late and then have an opportunity to get a holding call instead.
Right. Right.
Because that's a guaranteed penalty.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
All right. Well, that started a streak of, just field goals and not scoring in the red zone.
Mm-hmm.
So we have the that field goal on that drive. We forced the Saints to another 3-and-out. We get the ball back with just under a minute left, I think is what it is, or just over a minute left. And we go down and score a field goal on 9 plays.
Yep.
And then Saints get the ball back and kneel it to end the half. And then to start this third quarter, we come out, have a great drive, get down to the 2-yard line, and we elect to pass the ball. Or no. I'm sorry. That's the next drive. But so this drive coming out, we go down the field. We fail to get into the red zone.
Yep.
And then Harrison Butker hits the upright, misses a field goal. Everything he misses, it seems to hit the upright.
Yeah.
Minus that 68-yarder he tried at the end of the half last week.
And we didn't talk about it whenever we were talking about the box score, but he, obviously Harrison Butker did great last night. Like, we put him. I mean, he shouldn't be put in those situations whenever you have so good of an offense. Yeah. And 51 yards. I mean, it's within his range. But
that's one that he didn't miss last year.
Right. Of course.
He didn't miss a 50-plus yarder last year. It's his second 50-plus yarder he's missed this year. But that does include that 68-yarder.
Right.
That was just short.
But again, like we talked about, 2 for 7 in the red zone is inexcusable, and he came up big. Yeah. And so he did miss that one, but he did come up big.
4 field goals in the game.
So anyway.
Yeah, it's just it is what it is. It's inexcusable. It shouldn't happen. That happens. Next drive, we after 6 plays, we force the Saints to punt, and then this drive is the drive where we get all the way down to the 2-yard line, and on the 2-yard line, it is 2nd and goal from the 2. Okay. 2nd and goal from the 2. And instead of electing to run the ball with Kareem Hunt, who has been absolutely dominating the line of scrimmage this game with runs, he had yet to, I believe, have a negative run to this point. And he hadn't been tackled on the first contact all night until this point. So we don't give the ball to him. We throw the ball short to Juju Smith-Schuster, who gets his hands on it, drops it, and it just falls into the arms of Colin Saunders, former Chief, who runs it out to the 35-yard line. Like, I am just, oh my gosh, I was infuriated. It reminded me of the Seahawks and Patriots Super Bowl, where the Seahawks have Marshawn Lynch on the 2-yard line, and instead of doing that, they throw a short, just cross to, I don't remember who it was.
I remember who caught it, though.
Who caught it?
Malcolm Butler.
And it was Malcolm Butler who intercepted it. And it's kind of the same thing. It's a different scenario of how the interception happened. But you've got a running back who has been dominating all game to this point, and you're not giving him the ball in the 2-yard. I get it. We haven't really had a goal, like a running back that can consistently get us that 1 to 2 yards that we need for first downs. But we have him now, and we need to utilize that. So
it was Ricardo Lockett who he was throwing to. Anyway.
Tyler Lockett?
Well, it says Ricardo Lockett on here.
I think it's Tyler Lockett. Well,
okay.
So I think Ricardo Lockett goes by Tyler Lockett.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't know who Ricardo Lockett is.
Right.
So it's just, I was very frustrated at that point. So, and then that next drive, the Saints go down and score a touchdown, and which just makes it that much worse, that much more of a terrible play. And it was just a good drive by the Saints, right? A good way to come back, but it's just not something that you want to happen, right? You turn over the ball and then you let the other team score. So a little bit disappointing there. We'll just see what happens. We'll see what happens. with like going forward and like how they play the red zone and man, something's got to change. Something's got to change. I mean, after that, we do have the next drive. We do get the touchdown on 5 plays, 68 yards. It ends with a Travis Kelce direct snap to Xavier Worthy, and that puts us up 23-13. And then field goal wise, the Saints turn it over on downs the next drive. Chiefs score the field goal, 26-13. Last drive for the Saints, Derek Carr goes out with getting hit with a little oblique / back injury, not sure which, but yeah, that's our stuff. We just need to clean up some things. The fact we're still winning games with our offense absolutely struggling in the red zone is crazy to me. So, congratulations if you had Harrison Butker as your kicker for fantasy football, because he put up some points. I almost lost because of that, but yeah, man, we'll just we'll keep an eye on some things, and hopefully we can clean it up by week 7, because this coming week is our bye week. We got a bye week this week.
That's true.
So we don't play. Yeah, we'll see if.
Oh, one more thing this week. Yep. Going into this game, people were talking about Taysom Hill.
Yep.
Because he was out.
Yep.
I saw an interesting stat that showed going into the game with Taysom, on 18 drives they had 11 touchdowns, and without Taysom on 18 drives they had 2 touchdowns.
Taysom Hill, man,
so,
Taysom Hill is just a
like without him. I think they said without him, they haven't really won whenever he's not in the game.
Right, Taysom Hill's a playmaker, man.
Yeah.
And the guy is a utility knife. He is a Swiss Army knife. Like the guy knows how to. I mean, he's just a ball player, man.
Yep.
And he's gritty, and he opens up a lot of opportunities for like Alvin Kamara in the running game, because he just always seems to get the ball in crucial. He's the Saints' Travis Kelce.
Well, and it's crazy how that's shown, because whenever they describe him, they're like, yeah, tight end / quarterback / running back Taysom Hill is not going to be in like because he just does so much.
Right.
And so
I mean, Saints did have like Willie Gay out. They had a couple other guys that were out injured. So yeah, man, it was a good win. First double-digit win of the season. And I mean, other than the red zone, the Chiefs look great. So yeah, that's what we got for kind of our Chiefs recap. Did you want to go into anything else? Or did you just want to jump straight into the picks?
Yeah. I mean, I don't have anything else. I mean, it was a good game.
Yeah,
it was very exciting to see.
It was a good game. Hey, and also shout out Royals went into
to
New York. We took game 2 of the ALDS at Yankee Stadium, and we're coming back Wednesday, which is going to be. You're probably going to see the game before you see this. So it's back at Kauffman Stadium. Hopefully we can pick up the win, and if we win game 3, I don't think the Yankees win the series. So we'll see. We'll see what happens there. So let's get on to week 6 of the NFL. Starting with Thursday night, we've got San Francisco at Seattle. So Seattle coming off a huge upset loss to the New York Giants in Seattle. And, I mean, you got San Francisco, who is...
Dude, I saw... did you see that comment?
Not doing great.
Did you see that comment on the Seahawks?
No.
Short? Oh, my gosh. I'm going to read this right now. It was so funny. Because this guy said... He was reacting, and he was like... He put in quotes, Seattle by a lot. Because that's what you said that it was going to be. Yeah. I thought that was so funny.
Yeah.
It's like Seattle by a lot.
Yeah. Sometimes you just got to eat your words, guys. You know,
it's true. That was
season.
Shout out to that guy.
On the season, I still have a winning record. You'll see it right here. Right here. My record is still winning.
And we'll see how I do, because do we have Dionte's picks this week?
We'll have Dionte's picks as well.
So I'm interested
otherwise,
to see.
I will take a commanding lead in the season.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll have Dionte's picks this week as well. So you're gonna see 3 faces on the screen this week.
Yeah, you will.
So yeah. Anyways, let's go. I think I'm gonna go with. Oh man,
I'm going 49ers.
You're going 49ers?
I'm going with 49ers.
I think Seattle has a bounce back week. We're going Seattle again.
Okay.
Not by a lot.
Yeah.
Not by a lot.
I think it's probably by a field goal.
Yeah,
it doesn't beat the spread.
Favored by 3.5. So
yeah.
I'm going Seattle in a close game. Next, we've got the Jacksonville Jaguars, who got their first win last week against Chicago Bears, who picked up a decent win.
Yeah.
Scored a lot of points. It was against the Panthers.
Yeah, but they scored a lot of points.
They scored a lot of points. So who you got? You got Jacksonville or Chicago?
I mean, I'm gonna go with Chicago.
You're gonna go with Chicago.
I'm gonna go with Chicago.
So Josiah's doing the pick method that I do, right? You do it on the fields in the moment. Dionte's all structured. He's got everything laid out. He's like, I'm gonna put some thought into this.
I didn't know who was playing because
I'm
we had
all
to buy.
on feeling. You didn't know who's playing?
I had no idea.
Yeah.
I had no idea what games were on because week 6 we're not playing.
Week 6 we're not playing. I am also going to go Chicago in Chicago. And I do think they win by more than the spread, which is 2.5. They win by a field goal. So Arizona at Green Bay. Arizona coming off a big win. I believe they won, right? Yeah, they won. They beat or did they lose? They beat San Francisco.
Oh, that's where. Okay,
wait, is that right? Yeah, they beat San Francisco at San Francisco. So
what was the score?
It was 24-23, I believe.
Okay.
So Arizona coming off a huge win at San Francisco. They're going to play at Green Bay. Who you got? Before you pick this is actually Jacksonville's first of 2 straight weeks playing in London.
Oh, wow.
They're playing in London this week and week 7. Yeah.
Interesting.
Anyways, so Arizona at Green Bay. Who you got?
I'm going to go with Arizona.
Going with Arizona?
I'm going to go with Arizona.
All right. This is where I take the separation from you because we're picking Green Bay.
Okay.
Green Bay.
By how much?
Green Bay by 10.
Whoa.
Green Bay by 10.
I'll go Arizona by 3.
Arizona by 3. Okay. Either way, you picked Arizona. That beats the spread. Indianapolis Colts at Tennessee Titans.
Man, Colts.
You got Colts?
I got Colts.
Yeah, honestly, I don't think Joe Burrow is Joe Cool anymore. They can't win games. My Joe Cool is Joe Flacco. And Joe Flacco is going to go off on Joe Boys, the Tennessee Titans.
Nice.
Thanks.
Do the Titans already have their bye? They're 1-3.
Yes, last week. This past week.
Wow.
Had a bye this past week. So
okay.
I got the Colts to.
And they have it as like a really close game.
Yeah, they have it as a 1-point win for the Colts. I'm going by a field goal. Let's go field goal.
Yeah, that feels good.
Sweet.
Hey, I'll go touchdown.
You go touchdown?
I'll go by a touchdown.
Okay. All right, sweet. Houston at New England.
New
England
this
lost
one's
to
tough.
Miami last week.
This one's tough.
It's tough for you?
Yeah, because they're both red, white, and blue.
America.
Obviously the Texans.
Yeah, obviously.
And by a touchdown is generous to the Patriots.
Yeah.
But we can go with it. It's fine.
Oh, my gosh. I don't know. After saying Seahawks by a lot last week.
That's true. You may be a little cautious.
Yeah, but it is the other way. New England is at home, not Houston. I'm going Houston by a lot.
Houston by a lot.
Hey,
that
look me in the eyes. A lot. Okay. That beats the spread. Sweet. So after Houston, New England, we've got Tampa Bay at Nolans.
Tampa
Bay by 2 is what it says.
I'm going to go Tampa Bay by 3.
Tampa Bay by 3.
Well, maybe a touchdown.
Maybe a touchdown.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
We just don't know where Derek Carr is going to be.
Yeah, okay. If I'm going to pick Tampa Bay as well. If Derek Carr is not injured, I think they have a better shot at winning the game.
Obviously.
But man, I just believe in Baker.
Yeah.
I believe in Baker.
This is the believe in Baker year.
In Baker we trust.
Yeah.
Okay?
They trust. I hop on whenever I make a pick, but other than that.
Okay. I mean
that's
fair.
Very low
it's
bandwagon attendance.
That's fair.
But
it's fair. Sweet. So next game, Cleveland at Philly. Who you got?
Philly.
Just Philly. Dude, the Browns fans are calling for Deshaun Watson's head.
Yeah.
And I've got Philly. They've got them by 9. If it's that close, I'd be surprised.
Yeah.
They've got Philly by 9.
If it's that close. I'm
going Philly by.
Who knows?
Like, Eagles fans who I have picked against for several weeks. I got you guys winning.
Look at that.
Congratulations, Mom. You can't be disappointed in me anymore.
Well,
She's
that's
from
not
Philly.
true. She's going to be disappointed.
She's from Philly.
Yeah. No, I know.
So, yep. All right. Sweet.
Your
so
disappointment.
We're both going Philly. Insert Dionte. He's here. Washington at Baltimore. So, I mean, you got 4-1 Washington with Jaden Daniels.
Jaden Daniels broke a record.
The first quarterback to throw for over 1,000 yards and rush for 250 yards
in his first
five games as a starter.
Yeah.
The first player to do that in NFL history. So
it's crazy.
Congrats to him. Who you got?
I'm going to go with the Ravens.
Okay.
They were down
Ravens by 6.5.
They were down by 10 and they came back.
Yep.
They beat the Bengals.
Yep.
Not saying they've looked like great, like
they're
perfect.
putting up points, man.
But I mean, Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson.
They're putting up points.
I mean, I think that they're going to come away with the win. I mean,
Ravens have won
by
3
3
straight now.
I'm going to do by 3.
Ravens have won 3 straight now.
They have momentum.
I
so do the Commanders.
I also have the Ravens at home. If this was in Washington, I pick Washington.
Home, yeah.
So I'm going Ravens, and I don't think it's the spread. I think it's going to be a field goal game. L.A. Chargers versus Denver Broncos in Denver. Who you got?
I'm going to go with the Chargers. That's who I'm going to go with.
Okay.
I know that the Broncos got a good win this week, right?
They got a big win.
Yeah.
Bo Nix got a little fiery, man.
Yeah.
Got a little fiery.
Yeah. But I mean, I have J.K. Dobbins on one of my teams. And I think this is a game I want them both to lose, but that can't happen. Yep. So I'm going to go with the Chargers.
Chargers are
by 3.
Chargers are coming off a bye.
Yep.
Got a little bit of rest, well-needed rest for their team.
Yes.
A lot of injuries. So I am also picking the Chargers coming out of the bye at Denver. I think Bo Nix used all his energy.
Yeah.
All his energy was used up this week. So, yep, I've got Denver. I've got L.A. in Denver over Denver by more than a field goal. Pittsburgh at Vegas.
Pittsburgh.
Just Pittsburgh.
Yep. And
people are calling for Antonio Pierce's head.
Yeah.
They want him gone.
Mm-hmm. Including Devontae Adams.
Devontae Adams just wants to be gone.
That's true. He doesn't really care if Antonio Pierce stays or not.
Gone, which New Orleans is a possible landing spot for Devontae Adams.
It's true.
But I'm just Pittsburgh.
Yep.
That's all we're saying.
Yep.
Pittsburgh. Detroit at Dallas. Detroit is favored by 3.5. Despite Dallas winning this week, CeeDee Lamb looked at Dak Prescott after an interception on the sideline and said, good pass for, good pass Dak. After Dak just threw an interception.
Yeah. Yeah, there's something going on. Like
dude,
there's
CeeDee Lamb is mad. The week prior, he said, just get me the ball.
Yeah. He wants out of there, I think.
Yeah,
I think long term.
He wants out.
And the last drive that they had at the goal line, like I didn't watch it. I was looking on my phone though, and I just kept seeing like they just could not get in the end zone. Nope. They finally did. Mm-hmm. So that does count for something. But I mean, I think the Lions come away with it this week.
Yep, I've got the Lions.
It could be close,
as well.
but I think at the end of the day they come out with it.
Yeah,
they're coming off a bye.
I've got the Lions by a lot.
Yeah, Lions by. Lions by. I'm going to do Lions by 3.
I got the Lions by like 10.
Okay.
Lions by 10. All right, next game Saturday afternoon. Atlanta at Carolina.
Atlanta. Around touchdown. Yeah, around touchdown.
Atlanta.
Yep. Gotta believe in Kirk, man.
Atlanta. Okay, Sunday night football.
I mean, look, who thought you would see this? Bengals at 1-4 and the Giants at 2-3.
Well,
like the Giants.
Honestly, so it's surprising in opposite ways.
I know.
The Bengals only winning one game and the Giants winning two. Man,
especially
it's a great season.
What do you think about the games that they won? Like last week with Seattle, like it's crazy.
These are great. Like Giants fighting for NFC East.
Yeah, right.
Right now,
in
Giants
contention
are legit in contention for the NFC East.
Yeah,
they're only 2 games back of the.
With that being said,
Commanders.
With that being said, Bengals are going to win this week.
Bengals win. I mean, Joe Burrow.
12 touchdowns, 2 interceptions on the year for Joe Burrow.
Yeah, Joe Burrow had a crazy game this week.
Yeah, I mean,
they
went off like
1 interception.
Like they went
almost 400 yards.
They went blow for blow.
Yeah,
against the Ravens, and they were up by 10.
I mean, and Evan McPherson, if he would have made that field goal, they win the game.
Yeah. Wow.
But it was a terrible snap to the hip of the kicker or of the placeholder.
Yeah.
And then the placeholder dropped the ball, barely got it back up.
Yeah.
As McPherson kicked it, and the laces were just not where they needed to be.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've got the Bengals this week as well. Joe Burrow is finally looking good, but that defense looks terrible, and that team just can't win games. Monday Night Football. What a disappointment this is going to be. You got the Bills at the Jets. You got 2 New York teams. Bills are 3-2. Jets are 2-3. And dear God, everybody thought they would be undefeated going into this game.
Yeah.
Well, most people. I won't say everybody. Most people. The Jets at least winning 4,
Right.
But Jets can't. Jets have lost to the Broncos this year.
Mm-hmm.
The Jets can't find wins if they were buried directly under their feet.
But on the other side of that, the Buffalo Bills, they've won against bad teams / mediocre teams that have good potential, like the Cardinals.
Yeah, well, so you look, their first 3 weeks were the Cardinals, the Panthers,
and the Dolphins.
I'm sorry, the Cardinals, the Dolphins, and the Jaguars, right?
Right, and so the Cardinals obviously have a lot of potential. Miami at the time, they had everything you would think they would need. Yeah. Jacksonville, they just haven't been the team that they need to be. But Baltimore and Houston, they lost.
Yep.
I mean, Houston was close, but Baltimore 35-10.
They're not winning. Yeah.
35-10 against the Ravens.
Yep.
But I mean, the Jets aren't playing to the same level as Houston or Baltimore.
Right.
So I think the Bills do win, but I mean, whenever it comes to us playing them, if this keeps going on, they don't win against good teams. They win against teams that may put up a fight, maybe, but they're not competing at the top level, and it's just because it's on the back of Josh Allen.
Yep.
Anyway,
I mean, let's go back down there and look at the Jets. So the Jets have won or have lost to Minnesota, which I mean everybody's losing to Minnesota right now. They lost to Denver, and then this past week they lost to San Francisco.
Which Denver was close, 10-9.
10-9. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm going backwards. So they lost week 1 to San Francisco. Sorry.
Yeah.
Then they beat Tennessee and beat New England.
Right. And so, we can talk about, the Jets not.
Yeah.
But, I mean, the Bills have.
Lost to Denver?
Yeah. Yeah. But, I mean, who lost to Denver this week?
I mean.
Who was it?
I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
Why do I not remember who Denver played this week?
Because we don't care about Denver.
I really don't care.
Las Vegas.
You played Vegas. Oh, yeah.
So.
That's why. So, yeah.
I mean, tougher game for them, but,
So, in the game. So, Buffalo Bills at New York Jets. Disappointing game for a Monday Night Football game.
Yes.
Probably the lowest watched Monday Night Football game of the year so far. Who you got?
Bills.
Got the Bills.
I got the Bills.
Got the Bills.
And the spread, if I go back.
Yeah, I mean the spread right now is at 2.5 for Buffalo.
I think it could be. I think it could be 10
more than a field goal.
I think it could be 10.
Yep, I got the Bills.
It could be close, but I could also see just Aaron Rodgers because Aaron Rodgers got a little tweaked.
Yep, a little bit of a sprain. They say he's
going
to play this week,
right? But for him, he that's if he's not 100%, he's not going to run. So it's all about how we can stay in the pocket and not get hit. So
yep.
But anyway,
All right. Anyway, that's what we got. So we'll kind of recap next week. Dionte will be back next week.
Yep.
Chiefs don't play this weekend, so it's kind of nice because I can take a week off from my fingers being on fire from live tweeting.
Hey, he's live tweeting. We're not gonna promise he's gonna keep doing that, but if he is doing it, I keep checking on Twitter or X. Apologies. Because I mean,
formerly known as
like
Twitter.
I literally was thinking about just using his tweets as my notes because it was every play.
Every play.
And so if you can't watch the game, just
offensively, I'll tweet every play. Defensively,
I mean, you talk about Brian Cook though.
It's more like
the big stuff,
big plays. Yeah,
the big stuff. So yeah, check us out on X. Check him out on X, and then like and subscribe.
That
would be huge.
Like and subscribe. Yeah, we're on the road to 100 subs.
Right, 84.
Which is kind of sweet. 84. We got 2
we got
last
2.
day.
Yeah,
we got 2 yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh man, I didn't even see
is hype.
that.
Yeah,
let's go.
So
yeah, we were at 82 before Monday night.
And this is the time to subscribe because we actually see it and we actually celebrate every time we get a sub. So this is the time.
Hey, subscribe and leave comments because.
Please.
We're responding to those too now.
We are.
Right now, we are responding to those. And it's, like I said last week, it's mostly me and Josiah. Because Dionte doesn't use social media.
But if you have a question for Dionte, we'll make sure he knows and we'll make sure he gets a response.
So, man, what a week.
What a week. Good
week.
Good week, good
Chiefs going
episode.
to the bye week 5-0. And getting some much-needed rest.
Yeah.
Right? We'll find out more. Oh, I didn't update about Rashee Rice.
Oh, yeah.
How did I miss that?
Well,
so we really don't know until it's surgery today.
Yeah.
We really don't know how long it's going to be.
There was rumors from the Star somewhere that he could be out for the rest of the season.
Or he could return the rest. There's so much conflicting info out there.
Yeah,
he's getting surgery today. They're going microscopic. They're going to figure it out. And then we'll release that. We'll let you know. We'll post it on our Twitter or X. Twitter.
Or we'll update you next week.
Or we'll tell you next
we'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. All right. Well, with that being said, like you said, like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you let us know what you think about our picks. And until next time, guys, thy kingdom come.